The daily cacophony of New York was a hymn to connectivity. At 9 a.m., a million simultaneous conversations, texts, and notifications buzzed in unison. Then, silence. A sudden, brutal silence. Exactly at 9 a.m., every cell phone, tablet, and wireless communication device in Manhattan simply shut down. Dark screens, dead signals, a deafening emptiness. Panic erupted in the streets as New Yorkers found themselves disconnected from their digital lives. Minutes later, a message appeared on the lock screens of every device. A somber excerpt from a rare Edgar Allan Poe poem speaking of the tyranny of connectivity. As the city plunges into social chaos and a desperate search for answers, Detective Kaito Ishikawa is called in. Miller believes it's a massive terrorist attack. Maria Rodriguez, meanwhile, is furious. Her smartphone, the extension of her own mind, is inert. Kaito, however, looks at Poe's poem and the nature of the attack temporary and without data or money theft. This is a statement, and the artists will want to see his work. The mystery deepens when Maria, with Miller's help accessing the few remaining public phones, manages to trace the attack's origin, not an external server, but an old decommissioned underground telephone exchange beneath Central Park. It's a facility that only a former infrastructure employee or a genius in reverse engineering ancient systems could access. Kaito focuses on Poe's message. He researches Poe experts and finds Dr. Evelyn Thorne, a reclusive NYU literature professor, known for her passion for Poe and her fierce critiques of society's technological dependence. Kaito visits her apartment, an analog sanctuary filled with books and vinyl records, without a single digital device in sight. She is eccentric, brilliant, and makes no secret of her satisfaction with Manhattan's silence. Dr. Thorne points Kaito to one of her former students, Leo Vance, a brilliant but disturbed programming genius who often quoted the same Poe poem. Leo had vanished from the grid after developing a radical digital detox system aimed at forcibly disconnecting people. The pursuit leads Kaito and Maria to an underground bunker beneath the East Village, which belonged to the Vance family, yes, the same Vance from previous cases, indicating a lineage of brilliant but unstable minds. The bunker is filled with radio frequency equipment and electromagnetic jammers. There are no digital computers, only complex analog circuits and handwritten diagrams. This is where Leo Vance, a pale young man with wild eyes, is hiding, surrounded by Poe's books and projects. Leo Vance is not the hacker Maria expected. He is a digital hermit, an anachronist who developed a zero-day virus that exploits a hardware flaw in modern communication chips, not software. He doesn't use digital computers. He designs attacks with analog logic and radio frequency. Leo seeks no power or money. He wants to free people from the tyranny of connectivity. The confrontation is tense. Leo, acting like a prophet of disconnection, reveals the attack was merely a warning. He is about to launch the final version of the virus, a much more powerful electromagnetic pulse that would permanently burn out communication chips, rendering devices unrecoverable and forcing an era of permanent silence. Kaito, with his analytical mind, realizes he cannot use technology to stop Leo. He must use Poe's logic. Kaito quotes another Poe poem, one that speaks about the essential nature of human hope and the need for connection, even in darkness. He argues that absolute silence is not freedom, but isolation, and ultimately, despair. While Kaito distracts Leo with Poe's philosophy, Maria, who had prepared for the worst, manages to reconnect her smartphone to the network through an emergency backdoor she built during the minutes of chaos. She remotely accesses Leo's system but realizes she cannot directly deactivate the electromagnetic pulse. Instead, she manages to reverse the polarity of one of Leo's jammers, making it function as an emergency signal amplifier for security agencies. The moment Leo activates the final pulse, Maria's reverse jammer sends a massive emergency signal to all remaining New York networks, allowing Miller's team to locate and breach the bunker. Leo is arrested in the middle of his masterpiece, his face contorted in a mix of fury and resignation. The silence of Manhattan is broken as devices begin to power back on, slowly and unsteadily. The city breathes again, but the memory of the silence lingers. Kaito looks at Leo Vance, now handcuffed. Dr. Thorne, who arrived with the police, watches her former student with a mix of sadness and philosophical pride. Kaito realizes that Leo, though a criminal, ignited a debate. The world does not need a forced reset, but perhaps a reflection. The danger of the tyranny of connectivity remains. The true mystery was not the attack itself, but the question it left in the mind of every New Yorker. Are we truly free with so much connectivity, or was Leo Vance right?